Hey guys, this is Ray Ray. In this video, I'm going to be showing you some of my favorite stretches for front splits. Now, if you have always wanted to achieve the splits, come and practice with me. You will also need 2 yoga blocks for this class. Alright, so whenever you're ready, find your butterfly pose. Bring the soles of your feet together. Keep your spine tall and abs pulled in tight. Raising and lowering the knees a few times just like this. You may close your eyes here if you like. You can also use this time to set an intention for your practice. Alright, now from here, let's draw a few circles here. You're starting nice and slow. And don't forget to change direction. Nice. Now, you can lie on your back or drop your forearms here. Extend the right leg with pointed toes and let's do 10 kicks here. Keeping the leg straight, all right? Now bring the right leg closer to the face and let's do 10 pulses. Alright, now time to do the other leg now. Let's do another 10 kicks. Point your toes, engage the quads. Now another 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So good. Now rest the head on the mat, pushing that lower back into the floor, placing your left foot on the mat, bending the right leg and pulling it closer to you as much as you can. Then try to extend the right leg with the right foot flexed. And you want to really engage your right quads here. Then relax the right leg by bending it. So I did probably 10 reps here. You can do more reps or less reps. It's entirely up to you. Now remember, we're not exactly chilling here, all right? So what we want to really focus on is to really engage the right quads when straightening the legs. The right foot is always flexed, okay? And remember, we want to make sure that there's no gap between the lower back and the floor. Keep pushing that lower back into the floor. Now let's straighten both legs. The left leg is just kind of hovering above the mat. Both feet are flexed, pulling that right leg closer to you as much as you can while engaging the quads. Hold this for a few breaths. Alright, now let's do the other leg now. I prefer to close my eyes whenever I do this exercise and try to just really focus on the burning sensations in the quads. I really like to take my time here. And again, I did probably 10 reps. You can do more or less reps. It's up to you guys. Now let's straighten both legs. Keep pulling that left leg towards the face as much as you can, all right? So engaging that whole left leg here. Keep breathing slowly and steadily. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Slowly let go. Now let's get into our first downward facing dog for today's practice. Feel free to do your own movement here, whatever feels good. Maybe you want to lift the heels off the floor, then pushing the heels back into the floor a few times. You can also bend one knee and then the other several times. Perhaps you want to bend one knee here and then try to push the butt towards the bent knee. I really like doing this. It's a really nice side stretch. Then don't forget to do the other side. And whenever you're ready, slowly walk towards the hands into standing forward fold. You can walk on your tippy toes here if you like. Now inhale, raise up to standing. Exhale, come down to forward fold. Try to keep the spine nice and straight. So do this a few more times. Now even if you can't touch the floor, that's totally fine. Another option is to place a yoga block to bring the floor to you. Take it slow and easy, feeling the nice stretch in the hamstrings here. Inhale up, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up to standing. Now I prefer to open the legs hips width apart. Exhale, lower down. You can grab either your ankles or your yoga blocks. Inhale as you straighten the legs. Exhale as you bend the knees. So do this a few more times. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, bend the knees. Extend both legs, grab the opposite elbows, maybe swing the elbows side to side. Allow the crown of your head to just hang down. Inhale, come up to standing, and exhale, relax. Alright, now it's time to get your yoga blocks here. We're going to continue stretching our hammies, and we're also going to stretch out the calves at the same time. Now flex your front feet, pulling your toes towards your shins, propping the ball of your front feet up on a block. Come down to forward fold. The further you raise the fronts of your feet, the greater the stretch through the calf. Starting with the hips back to make the stretch a little less intense, you could gradually move the hips forwards to increase the stretch. Alright, so good. Now walk your hands or blocks over to your right. Feel a nice stretch along the left side of your body. Now walk your hands or blocks over to the left and feel a nice stretch along the right side of your body. Try to keep your spine and neck long here. Alright, now from here, inhale. You're going to raise your hands above the head. Exhale, palms together in front of the heart. Alright, now from here, you're going to use your hand to raise your right leg towards the chest. Okay, then place the hands on the hips. Begin to do 10 pulses here. Now extend the right leg in front of you to bring it more parallel to the floor, and again 10 pulses. Maintain the balance as you root down with your standing leg. Keep your toes pointed here. Now warrior 3. Again, you know the deal. Another 10 pulses here. You can have your palms together in front of you or by the side. It's entirely up to you. So good. Now drop the back leg, high lunge, hips facing forward, activating the back leg here. You can have your hands above the head or on the hips. Gently drop the back knee, squeezing the glutes, keeping the core nice and tight here. Then push the back leg up towards the sky. So do this several more times. I did maybe 10 reps here. Feel free to do more or less reps. Remember that your chest is up and lifted. You're not overarching your back, your lower back here, and your front knee is above the ankle. Alright, so good. Now drop the back leg down, hands on the hips or on the front thigh. Hips are squared, gently pushing the hips forward. Alright, keeping the core tight, squeezing the glutes, then push the hips back. The front leg is extended. So you want to do this several more times. Remember to always squeeze the glutes. Pull the belly in. Awesome. Now your legs are going to be at 90-90 here. Raise your hands up and grab the right wrist and pull it over to the left. So you get a really nice stretch in your right hip flexor. Okay, now from here, you're going to extend the front leg. As your upper torso folds over the front leg, use your hand to pull the front toes towards the shin. Try your best to keep your spine long here. Alright, so let's add a twist here. Place the right hand down on the outside of the front leg. You're going to lift the other hand up towards the sky as you're twisting. Alright, so good. Now slowly get into your pigeon pose. Flex the back foot and activate the back leg. Try to keep the back knee off the floor here. Now use your hands to push the hips up and then drop the hips down. Do this a few more times. Remember that your back leg stays active here. Alright, stay in your pigeon pose. You're going to push that back knee up and drop it down. Okay, so do this a few more times. Inhale, push, and exhale, relax. Alright, so inhale, you're gonna push that back knee up. Stay there for a few breaths. Yes, don't hate me for this, guys. I love you. Stay strong. You got this. Alright, so good. Now let's get into this pyramid pose. Alright, so the big toe, the back big toe is sort of pointing towards the front edge of the mat. And you're going to keep the back straight here and start to lift and lower the back heel. Alright, so as you lift the back heel, you're going to kind of like rock forward towards the front leg. Really work into that hamstring, the back of the front leg. Alright? Okay, now from here, you're going to move the front leg so that it's in between the side of the mat and the left hand. You can just stay there if you like, or place your hands on yoga blocks. Or if you're a bit more flexible, you can drop the left forearm on the mat and bring the other hand next to the right ear. So you get a really nice leg stretch here, as well as the right side of your body. Awesome, guys. Now let's get back into down dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog. So from here, you can walk or jump towards the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up to standing. And exhale, relax. Woohoo! You've made it this far. That's good. Let's continue. Now you're going to lift the left knee towards the chest. Try to point your toes here. Place the hands on the hips, and let's do 10 pulses. Now let's extend the left leg in front of you, and again, 10 pulses here, baby. Try your best to not lean back, alright? Now let's get into Warrior 3. Your standing leg is slightly bent, and again, another 10 pulses. Now you might find it a bit of a challenge to balance here. That's totally okay. You might want to hold on to a chair for support. Alright, so good. Now drop the back leg, high lunge, hips facing forward. Your back leg stays active here, okay? Now, gently drop the back knee, squeezing the glutes, keeping the core nice and tight, then push the back leg up towards the sky. Now, do this several more times. I did probably 10 reps here. You can do more or less reps. It's entirely up to you, all right? Remember that your chest is up and lifted. Your front knee is above the ankle. Alright, so dropping the back leg down, hands on hips or on the front thigh. Hips are squared. Gently pushing the hips forward and then pushing the hips back, the front leg extended. Remember to always squeeze the glutes. Always try your best to keep the core nice and tight. Okay, I did again 10 reps here. You can do more or less reps, it's entirely up to you. Remember to breathe here, guys. Inhale and exhale. Now your legs are at 90-90. Raise your hands up and grab the left wrist and pull it over to the right side. Feel a really nice stretch in your left hip flexor. Now from here, you're going to extend the front leg, bringing your chest closer to the front knee. Pulling the toes with your hands here, okay? And remember, you want to keep your back nice and flat. Alright, time for a twist. Place the left hand down on the outside of the front leg. You're going to lift the other hand up towards the sky as you're twisting. Alright, so good. Now slowly get into your pigeon pose. Flex the back foot and activate the back leg. Try to keep the back knee off the floor here. Now you're going to use your hands to push your bum up and dropping the bum down. Okay? And remember, your back knee is not touching the floor at all, okay? Now stay in your pigeon pose. What you're gonna do is you're going to push the back knee up towards the sky and dropping the back knee down on the mat. So do this several more times. Inhale, push the back knee up. Exhale, drop the back knee down. All right, now you're going to push the back knee up and stay there for a few breaths, all right? All right, so now let's get into your pyramid pose. Try your best to keep your back straight here. Now what we're gonna do is that we're going to just lift and lower the back heel at our own pace, all right? Alright, so now you're going to move the front leg so that it's next to your right hand. You can just stay here if you want, or you can place your hands on yoga blocks, or if you're a bit more flexible, you can drop the left forearm next to the right leg, and the other hand is going to be next to the left ear. Okay, so hold this pose for a few breaths. Awesome, guys. Now let's get back into down dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, jump forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up to standing. Exhale, relax. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, chaturanga baby. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, so slowly drop the knees. We're going to work on our right front split. Go ahead and grab your yoga blocks if you want. Okay, so now we're gonna have our right leg in front of us. All right, just like this. If you want, you can also wear your socks as it will help your feet slide up further. Plus, they're super cozy. Okay, now breathe in, breathe out. Try to go as low as you can into your splits. We're going to be holding it for a minute or so. Always listen to your body. Never push through any sharp pain. Okay, be happy that you are one step closer to your goals, be it working on your splits or just working on increasing your leg flexibility. All right, so let's get out from this misery. We're gonna work on the other leg, left leg forward. Slowly slide the left leg out. Try to go as low as you can. All right, take your time. And we're gonna hold our left front split for about a minute here. All right, let's exit. Okay, good. Now from here, we're just gonna rest in a child's pose. Knees nice wide and open, big toes are touching. You can have your hands out in front of you like this or by the side. It's entirely up to you. We are winding down. Breathe in and breathe out. Alright, so slowly come out from this pose. Cross the legs behind you and come up to seated. And slowly drop the back on the mat. Welcome to Shavasana. Stretch out the legs, hands by the side, palms facing up. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Feel the difference in the hips, hamstrings, quads, glutes, calves for the most part. Taking this time